Yes, indeed. Welcome back to the dojo, y'all. Come on in, come on in. Glad to have you. Glad to have you. The topic of discussion for today: one income is not enough. One income is not enough. And more than likely, if you out here paying bills, you know exactly what I'm talking about. One income ain't enough. That's why so many people nowadays are doing Uber Eats, DoorDash, you know what I mean? Grubhub, Spark, whatever. People out there doing side hustles. Why? Because one income ain't enough. You got big talks nowadays about the 50-50, going half on the bills. Why? Because one income is not enough. Everybody's fighting tooth and nail to get ahead because one income is not enough. It used to be long before we were born, back in the the 50s and the 60s, and I think even in the 70s, you could get a good paying job without even having a high school diploma. You could take care of a family on a regular job. Can't do that nowadays. No sir. Because why? One income is not enough. You got people resorting to scamming, doing fraudulent actions, try to get something in their pocket. Now, everybody not doing it for the same reason. Some people doing it just because they want to. You know what I mean? But everybody is slowly realizing that one income ain't enough. You're constantly being bombarded with lifestyle videos, ads for better skin, better sex in bed, better houses, better cars, better jobs, better everything. So it doesn't matter where you're at, you're always striving to get something better. Why? Because something better is always being produced, always being put out. Things advance and things increase and things level up until they can't. It's very difficult for the average Joe or average Jane to get ahead today. That's why so many people are sacrificing their morals and values just to go viral, just to get a bigger following. Right? I'm just on here talking, playing games, sharing my opinions and whatnot. I'm not doing nothing outlandish, nothing crazy. And if I make it, hey, man, that's amazing. And if I don't, well, it wasn't meant to be. That's how I look at it. You know what I mean? Because all in all, you got to have something to support yourself. It's looking like more and more nowadays, we got to find 2 and 3 sources of income. If we partner up with somebody, we need that somebody to be able to pay some bills. Come on now, am I lying? We all need a little bit of help. We all need a little bit of help. But if you get with somebody who ain't trying to really help, they just trying to take, you know what I mean? You was better off not even wasting your time dealing with it. One income really ain't enough nowadays. Where for like the going rate for apartments, like the average apartment, I think it's like $1,200 or something like that, $1,200 to $1,500. You know what I mean? It's at the point now where it's gonna cost you the same whether you renting or you trying to get a house, apartment or a house. It's all gonna cost roughly around the same price. That's where we at now. That's where we at now. Shoot. Y'all remember years ago, probably more than a decade now, dollar menu at McDonald's. Now, I'm not saying that food's any good for you, but nowadays, trash food is expensive. You used to just could get trash food for $1 or $2. You know what I mean? Yeah, you gonna have the runs later on, but for right now, your stomach alright. You feel that void. You know what I'm saying? That's why one income ain't enough no more. Everything costs so much more. You could attribute it to the pandemic and inflation. You could attribute it to that, but it was going to get this way sooner rather than later. It talked about this in the Bible, in the book of Revelation, and all types. We've been had warnings. You know what I mean? A lot of us knew this was coming. But now, they got it to where it's difficult to connect with other people in real life. Because you're always worried about somebody's out to get you or something crazy going to happen. You don't want to, you know what I mean? And then we had the pandemic where everybody was in the house for 2 years. You know what I mean? So plenty of people lost money in that time period. I mean, there was people who got some money too, but there's a lot of people who lost money. And now there's people who are having to answer for those those fraudulent loans, those PPP loans, right? Everybody was trying to get to a second and third income because we're all clearly saying that one income ain't enough. The price of everything is increasing except our wages. Nobody's exempt. The cost of living increases for everybody. Not just me, not just you. Everybody. All across the board. You know, I watched some of the things that Trump was signing at the inauguration, right? And it seems like he's at least trying to make good on the promises that he said he was. You know what I mean? I would love to see things get better for the average person. I would love to see it. You know what I mean? But I don't put my hope or my faith in any candidate or any person or any man. I put my faith in the Most High. I put my faith in God. That's who I put my faith in. Yes, it is becoming extremely difficult as the days go past for any of us to survive. It's almost impossible to do it alone. And if you're doing it alone, you gotta have more than one source of income. That's the name of the game. While everybody was sleeping, they turned up the difficulty. And now we done woke up in a nightmare situation. They made it impossible to get to the dreamland, the paradise they expected in. It's tough. But what you gonna do? You gonna sit there and cry about it? Or you gonna rise to the occasion? I think you're gonna rise to the occasion. I don't know, I think I just got a hunch. Why? Because what other choice do you have? What alternative do you have? Ain't nothing. Inflation ain't about to go down. The price and the cost of living is not about to go down. They talking about you gotta have 3 times the rent to get a place, man. Nothing's fair. And if you was thinking that you the only one feeling this or why I can't get ahead, it's not just you. A lot of us are feeling like that right about now. So, that being said, I want you to know that you're not alone. We all got things that we dealing with, and the cost of living is definitely one of them. So I hope and pray that if Trump can do something about this economy or this situation, shoot, I pray he does it. But if not, I won't be surprised. That being said, Professor Hawk signing out. Hawk Sensei bid you adieu. And before I go, I want to remind you, like the video, because I know you like this one. Share the video, because why not? Don't be selfish, don't be stingy. Sharing is caring. And last but not least, subscribe, because you came back too many times not to push that button. Take care, y'all. Till next time.